Hi, hello students. Let's go over one more example. In this one, we're going to talk about the length of a horizontal or vertical line segment does not lie on an axis. That's kind of off of an axis. It's not y-axis or x-axis, which means there's no zeros involved, pretty much. It says consider a line segment at the endpoints of -3, 3 and -3, -5. What do the endpoints, which represent the ordered pairs, have in common? So what do these have in common? What does this tell us about the line segment of the coordinate planes? Once again, what do they have in common? If we take a look here and see what they have in common, we should notice that both the x-axis or x-coordinates, are -3. So both points have an x coordinate of -3. Let me just fix that real quick. So what does that mean? If they both have an x coordinate of -3, it means it creates a vertical line on the -3 where x is equal to -3. So that's what it tells us about it. It says, and we're going to I'm going to draw an example over here too. Let's just kind of do it in words first, which means these points create or make a vertical line. Go ahead and fix vertical real quick. A vertical line crossing the x-axis at -3. So once again, let's go ahead and draw an example of what that would look like. So if I'm going to go over here, I'm going to create a coordinate plane. I'll make it a little bit kind of bigger this time because of what's going on. So if this is x and this is y, so I'm sorry, once again, this is just a quick sketch. This is not a proper way of drawing a coordinate plane. This is just a quick sketch. Well, since both of these points have a -3, that means it would go over 1, 2, 3 units. So both of them would be over here 3 units. Well, 1 goes up 3 units, so it'd be about right here, we'll just say, and we'll label it. So this is 3, or sorry, -3, excuse me, because x comes first, and +3. And then the other one is -5. So -5 would probably be down here somewhere, about right there. Once again, just a sketch. And so this is -3 and -5. So if we were to connect these dots, let's go and grab a different color. If we connect these dots, it would be a straight line going through -3. This is what it would look like. The question we want to know is, what is the distance between these 2 points? Well, this is a straight line. They both have -3 in common. So all we have to do is kind of do the same thing we've done before with these. So like I said before, the first thing we want to do is take the absolute value of each of them. Well, once again, we don't worry about the -3s here. All we worry about is are the different ones. The different ones are the y values. So the first one that's different is the +3. The absolute value of +3 is still +3. The other one is -5. The absolute value of -5 is +5. And so I always want to put the bigger one first because I don't know if I'm adding or subtracting yet. The question is, so I put +5 and +3 down here. Now, do I add these or subtract them? The question is, are they on different sides? Well, there's an easy way to determine if they're on different sides. We look at what's in the absolute values. Are they the same or different? If they're the same, we subtract. The same means they're on the same side. If they're different, well, then they're on different side, which means we would add them together. Since these are both different, one's positive, one's negative, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add these two together. And of course, that gives me 8. So once again, so that's be 3 units here and 5 units down here. All right, so it's kind of that simple, but you have to just take the time and kind of think about what's going on. So the distance between, and yes, I expect you to write out the answer to the question. This is the work. This over here is the answer. The distance between the 2 points is 8 units. All right. So once again, it would be, if we're kind of looking at the line here, this is positive 3 up, means it has to go 3 units to get to the 0, and then it has to go 5 units to get to this point. So that's 8 units altogether. All right, so there you go. Go ahead and stop. So what you're going to do is you're just going to kind of take care of these problems right here. You're going to kind of determine which ones they have in common and answer the question kind of being presented. All right, so go ahead and stop the video and go and start working on that assignment.